Hi, everyone, and good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and travelprofessionalnews.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar and thank you for being here. Our host today is NYCVP, New York City Vacation Packages. Our speaker is Joel Cohn, NYCVP's Vice President. Joel is a co-founder of the company and has over 40 years experience in retail and wholesale travel. Joel's topic today is NYCVP's holiday and special events. Please remember that you're all muted, but we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. When Joel's presentation is over, we'll get to as many questions as we can. Also, at the end of the presentation, Joel will be giving away a $50 American Express gift card. So stay tuned and learn more about that prize giveaway a little bit later. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Joel so he can get started. Welcome, Joel.
Well, thank you very much, Sandy. Sandy and I had a few minutes to talk and reminisce about our history in the travel business over the years. And I don't know, I didn't tell you, Sandy, and some people might have heard this, but you know, I've been asked many times over my 40 years in travel, how did I get started in the travel business? What was my first experience? And my very, very first flight, I was 24 years old and back from college, and my mother decided to take the family to Miami for Christmas break. And I remember sitting in a window seat in an old Eastern Airlines 727. Well, it wasn't old at the time, but it's old now. And I just said to my mother, flying is absolutely amazing. Those people down there look like ants. And she said, they are ants, you idiot. We haven't taken off yet. And I knew at that point that this was something that I wanted to do. I had an awful lot to learn about air and about the travel business. And since then, you know, I've had my 40 years of learning and 40 years of experience. And I want to bring you into that now a little bit. So thank you for joining me today so you can learn, and I can help you learn perhaps a little bit about New York City vacation packages and how we can help you send your clients on amazing vacations to New York City, even during the busy holiday seasons, because your clients are going to come back not just with memories that are going to last a lifetime, but they're also going to tell their friends about how you help them set up the perfect New York City trip, while, of course, making some money for yourself. Now, the holiday seasons in New York are, of course, an extremely popular time for travelers wanting to experience the Big Apple. So I thought it would be a good time to show you what New York City Vacation Packages has to offer for you and your clients. And most of what we're going to talk about today, the events, the tours, and the experiences in the city, are available to your clients only through you. They can't get this on Expedia or Priceline. And much of what we're going to talk about are bucket list experiences. So sit down if you're standing, hold on to your hat if you're wearing one, and buckle up if you're, for some reason, you're in your car, because we're going to talk about products that your clients definitely want and can only get from you. So let's get some housekeeping out of the way first. Here's some general information about NYCVP, which will apply across the board. Our vacation packages are all customized to give your travelers exactly what they want, whether you're booking FIT, individual travelers, or groups. Our packages are flexible too and can depart any day for any length of stay with as few or as many inclusions as your client wants. And everything that you book for your clients is commissionable, and that includes air and rail, transfers, accommodations, tours and sightseeing, attraction admissions, Broadway shows, sporting events, harbor cruises, museums, dining, and special events like the ones we're going to be talking about today. So if you're definitely interested in giving your clients an incredible New York City experience while making money for yourself, here we go. I'll tell you a little bit about important information for you and your clients, because every NYCVP hotel inclusive package, even a one-nighter, includes a choice of admissions to the Empire State Building Observatory, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Top of the Rock Observation Deck, free on our packages. And they're also going to get free admission to their choice of the American Museum of Natural History, the Museum of the City of New York, or a Circle Line harbor cruise, free on our packages, free for everyone. Now, these free admissions are worth up to $67 a person. So if you have a family of 4, they're getting over $250 worth of free admissions to sites and attractions that they're going to want to visit. I'm not talking about getting a free rum punch or a free t-shirt here. These are sites and attractions that they are going to want to visit. And they get this free when they book their hotel through you, not if they do it online with some online travel agency. And we include all taxes and all prices, and of course, totally commissionable to you. We're also going to give them shopping discounts to Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Century 21, and the shops at Columbus Circle, and a 24/7 emergency travel assistance number staffed by NYCVP in case of problems. Better for your clients? Absolutely. They get those free bonus admissions. Better for you? What do you think? How much commission are you going to make if your clients try and book through an online travel agency? These extras, the bonus admissions, the shopping discounts, travel assistance, they apply to every hotel-inclusive vacation that we provide. And as I said, when you book your clients' hotel accommodations with us, they get those free admissions to some of the top sites in the city, but there's so much more that they're going to want to do when they're here. They're going to want to see a Broadway show, for instance. It's the #1 reason why some people come to New York City. And we have tickets to every show on and off Broadway, from long-running favorites like Disney's The Lion King and Aladdin, to Chicago, the Blue Man Group, Phantom of the Opera, the Book of Mormon, and newer sensations like Beautiful, the Carole King musical, Come From Away, Dear Evan Hansen, Anastasia, and this year's hit shows like Summer, the Donna Summer musical, Carousel, My Fair Lady, even King Kong the musical, if you can believe a musical about King Kong that's opening very soon, and many more. We can also get those hard-to-get tickets like Hamilton, Disney's Frozen, and seasonal Broadway tickets like the famous Christmas Spectacular at Radio City, starring the Rockettes. We can also secure tickets to the Metropolitan Opera, the New York City Ballet and Philharmonic, and sporting events like the Yankees, the Knicks, the Mets, the Nets, and concerts too like Billy Joel. Commissionable, of course. And what else is truly important to you and your clients? Listen to this, because this really is important. This is something that will really help you sell a package to New York City. Most of our Broadway tickets are refundable and changeable if something happens. Try that with Ticketmaster. There might be a small restocking fee or service fee, but if your clients change their dates or if they need to cancel, their ticket purchase isn't necessarily non-refundable. That's a great advantage for you when you're trying to make the sale over an online competitor. Now, besides Broadway, of course, your clients are also going to want to eat, and we can prearrange dining at top restaurants like Tavern on the Green, Sardi's, and The View. We can offer your clients a genuine New York City deli, a real Little Italy restaurant, and local Broadway favorites too. We highly recommend having prearranged dining included for your clients, especially pre-theater meals. We don't want them to miss out on an amazing Broadway show or activities because they're waiting to get into a restaurant or they have to settle with a slice of pizza on the corner. We even have 2- and 3-day dining plans available if your clients are unsure what they'll be in the mood for when they arrive in the Big Apple. Our New York City personal vacation, NYCVP personal vacation planners, by the way, that's what we call our reservation staff, can help with time management when it comes to dining. We'll look for restaurants close to their theaters so they never have to worry about getting to the show on time. We know travel time based on date, time, location, hours, etc. So let us help you make your client's trip seamless and memorable for all the right reasons. And as if I have to say it again, Broadway and dining are all commissionable. And what about all the fun sightseeing and attractions that are in New York City? Well, I'm so glad you asked that because we have hundreds of options available for them, from private tours in a comfortable vehicle with their own personal tour guide and admissions to museums and observation decks, landmarks and exhibits. We have exclusive parties for your clients during popular New York City events like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade or the Rockefeller Center tree lighting and New Year's Eve in Times Square. Bucket list items that your clients can't get from anyone except you. So, you know what, speaking of those bucket list items that your clients want, and perhaps now for the main reason you are here or watching this recording later, Let's find out about how your clients can have those magical experiences for the holidays in New York City. You know, I think the fall and winter holiday season, probably my favorite, because I think it's when New York City really shines. And it begins, of course, with Thanksgiving and the Macy's Parade. We know it's on your client's bucket list to see the parade in person, so we have an array of Thanksgiving parade route and area hotels, viewing options, holiday meals, tours, and activities to make sure that they'll have a lifetime experience. Let's talk about this little parade that we have on Thanksgiving Day. You know, it's become quite popular over the past something like 80 years. And it does attract a huge crowd as it winds its way from the Upper West Side down to Herald Square. And since our hotels are only a block away, or actually in some cases right on the parade route, it's easy for your clients to be part of that crowd as they watch the parade. But we do have something special for you to offer them that will truly make their experience one to remember for their lifetime. We host 5 exclusive viewing parties to make sure they see the parade in a special way. We have 2 indoor parties right along the parade route with wide, expansive window views looking out over the balloons, floats, and marchers. We also have a VIP party with private curbside standing room viewing in front of the crowds. We have an indoor party at Columbus Circle with outdoor privileges, and new this year is our Thanksgiving parade party at Gotham Hall with prime sidewalk viewing. These parties all include a full buffet breakfast and can be booked in conjunction with a 3 or 4 night stay in one of our Midtown Manhattan hotels. Our largest viewing party is at Del Frisco Steakhouse. It's a city block wide restaurant that sits directly on the 6th Ave parade route. The indoor view is spectacular from street level table seating and from second floor balcony railing. Everyone has a great view and an amazing time at this event. Your clients can relax in climate controlled comfort at street level or balcony level tables, or they can stand at the indoor balcony railing to watch crowd favorites like Garfield, Ronald McDonald, Snoopy, Shrek, or Spider-Man, these wonderful, beautiful balloons as they wind their way down the 2018 parade route. We have TV screens throughout the facility, closed circuit video and photos from a photography staff, a face painter, a balloon artist for the kids, and all the excitement that keeps your clients happy the whole morning. And the host hotel for this event is the Sheraton New York Times Square, and a 4-night stay, including the Del Frisco's viewing party, starts at $1421.50 per person, double occupancy. At the New York Hilton on 6th Avenue, we host a unique outdoor viewing party. This is our VIP Insider's View event. We start off with breakfast indoors, and then your clients are escorted to an exclusive viewing area right at curbside in front of the crowds, a private viewing pen in front of the crowds. And let me tell you, those folks in the back aren't too happy about it, but they didn't book their vacation through you. After the deluxe breakfast buffet at the Hilton at 7 a.m., they can watch the Thanksgiving Day parade from the outdoor viewing area. The New York Hilton Midtown is right on the parade route, so make sure to tell them to bring their cameras. And again, our guests have indoor-outdoor access, so if they want to get warm, have a cup of coffee or hot chocolate, or use the restroom during the parade, it's available to them. The viewing party is just about sold out for 2018. There's just a few spots left, but it's actually available now for you to book for Thanksgiving 2019. And our party at the Residence Inn Times Square, where your clients can watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade without the crowds and without the weather, at this once-in-a-lifetime indoor party overlooking the famous parade. It starts off with a fabulous breakfast buffet, and I've been there a couple times, and this is probably probably the best breakfast buffet that I've ever seen, with carving stations, an omelet station, an open bar with mimosas, Bloody Marys, or beer, wine, coffee, tea, soda, and everyone has private access to the Residence Inn Times Square's 3rd floor Empire Room. Well, they'll view the parade at balloon height from indoors through windows facing the 6th Ave parade route. There's live video and audio feed of the parade on flat screen monitors. And this 3rd floor room has wide windows that wrap around for a great balloon level view of the parade. We even pipe in the audio so your clients can hear the bands as they perform as they march by. And in the past, the NYPD, the police department, has also allowed our guests access to the sidewalk in front of the hotel. So if they want, they can go down outside, watch the parade right at the street side without the crowds. There's only a small area, and most people find it much more inviting to be inside to watch the parade, but it's available to them again to go outside. This package starts at $14.49 a person double for a 4-night or longer stay with accommodations at the nearby Courtyard Times Square Hotel. The Residence Inn, our allotment of rooms at that hotel is already sold out for this year. We have a few spots left for the party with accommodations at the Courtyard. And we also have a viewing party on the 7th floor of the Museum of Arts and Design, which is right at Columbus Circle. And to kind of, if I can paint a mental picture for you, the parade starts off uptown on 72nd Street, and it comes straight down Central Park West. That's the, of course, the western side of Central Park. It comes right down to Columbus Circle, where it travels halfway around the circle and over to 59th Street. Now, our party location has a view right up Central Park West, so you can see that parade coming right at you. And then you can see, of course, as they walk halfway around the circle and continue on 59th Street. The guests can also go outside to the sidewalk, because in the past the NYPD has allowed our guests access to the area in front of the museum. Rates including 4 nights at our host hotel, which is the Hudson Hotel, a wonderful boutique hotel, very short walk away from the venue. Rates start at $10.99 a person, double occupancy for 4 nights, including this wonderful party. And new this year is our Thanksgiving parade party at Gotham Hall. Gotham Hall is amazing. It's a celebration of style, history, and location. This venue is a designated New York City landmark like no other. It was built originally as a bank in 1924 and more recently converted to a very upscale banquet facility. It's been the location for events featuring dignitaries and celebrities like President Barack Obama, Elton John, Bradley Cooper, Britney Spears, Steve Martin, and Alicia Keys. And this 7-story gilded ballroom where your clients are going to feel like a celebrity will host fine food. And then right outside the entrance, they can go outside to a fantastic view of the world's most famous parade with premium curbside sidewalk viewing. Rates, including 3 nights at Midtown Manhattan Hotel, start at only $9.99 per person, double occupancy, including, of course, the event at Gotham Hall. By the way, if you have any questions so far, you can type them in the chat box in the lower right-hand side of your screen. I'll be happy to try and answer them at the conclusion of this presentation. Now, for those who just want to see the parade on their own, aren't interested in some of these exclusive events that we do have a special breakfast in a restaurant that's just a half a block from the parade route. We call it our Stay Warm event. And your clients can enjoy a breakfast buffet at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then they can use the facility as their home base for the entire length of the parade. They can, just go back if they want to relax, unwind, have a bite to eat or a warm beverage, use the restroom, take grandma back if she's tired of standing. They can escape unkind weather throughout the morning. They can't view the parade from inside the restaurant, but they're only a half a block away, and from only $50 per person, this is really well worth it. Of course, there's a lot more going on than just the parade that week, but to get your clients excited about watching the parade, we can take them uptown on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, to see where the parade takes shape, where the giant balloons are inflated, known, of course, as the balloon inflation area. This tour is really popular because we get your clients into the parade staging area before the massive crowds arrive. They'll have the chance to see these huge balloons like Snoopy or SpongeBob, even Santa, get inflated. And they'll be free to take photos before the area fills up, which it generally does after 3 p.m. The balloon inflation area has become a very popular tradition among tourists and locals too. And it's not unusual to see a line an hour or more long to get into the area later in the afternoon or early evening. And what's Thanksgiving without a turkey dinner? Well, we've got that carved up for you too. You can book your clients at our dinner and all the trimmings dinner buffet. We have 3 different seatings beginning at 4 p.m. And there's more too for Thanksgiving week. We can book Broadway shows and the Christmas Spectacular at Radio City, commissionable, of course. And several years ago, we introduced a special hosted and escorted Thanksgiving week vacation designed for the most hands-on, all-inclusive Thanksgiving experience with the added comfort of a licensed tour host to show them the ropes. They'll see Rockefeller Center, the Statue of Liberty, they'll watch the balloons being inflated, they'll watch the parade, they'll eat, drink, and even take in a Broadway show and the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, and no need to worry about getting turned around in the crowds. Their tour host will take them there. This 4-night vacation is only $18.39 per person double, with accommodations at the Sheraton and many of their meals included. Of course, it is already sold out for 2018. Will be available in a few months for 2019. Yeah, let's move on a week, because the week after Thanksgiving, actually on Wednesday night, November 28th this year, the famous Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center is lit for the first time in front of a nationwide TV audience, and your clients can be special guests at an exclusive cocktail party in the heart of Rockefeller Center, just steps from the tree. It's another bucket list item for your clients, and honestly, I think it's my favorite party of the year. We host the event at a restaurant just steps from the tree. It's called, the restaurant is Brasserie Ruhlman, and we offer 2 different options for that evening. Actually, the first option is the party itself. Excuse me while I find my place here. Sorry about that. The first option, as I mentioned, is admission to the party. It begins at 7:30, and it includes an open bar and continual hors d'oeuvres passed throughout the evening. It's both an indoor and outdoor event. And in the past, actually, the weather has been perfect to gather outdoors and mingle with our guests from around the world. And at 9 o'clock, everyone goes outside to watch as the tree is lit for the first time. We have a photographer there to take everyone's photo with the tree in the background. And then from 9 to 10, we have a DJ that plays music as folks sing and dance with the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of a few hours of open bar in them as well. And every year this event has hosted a proposal. Last year, actually 2 of them, and every year the girl has said yes. Not the same girl every year. And the second option includes the party, but also an elegant dinner at Brasserie Ruhlman before the event. It starts at 5 o'clock, and guests have a choice of filet mignon or salmon, along with unlimited wine. And it's really the best way to start out this wonderful evening. Having a problem getting my slide to advance here. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. So for the party and the pre-event dinner, we provide guests with NYPD approved credentials so they can get through the Rockefeller Center area. As you can imagine, the streets get very crowded and they're tightly controlled, but our credentials work like magic. Now, the price for the party alone starts at $479 per person. With dinner included, the price is $639. And don't forget about other seasonal activities during the holidays in New York City, because there's lots more I can tell you for the holiday season. We have our Christmas markets shopping tour, for instance. It operates on selected dates from mid-November through Christmas Eve. This motor coach tour visits 3 or 4 of the city's holiday markets and fairs, and guests can store their purchase in the vehicle so they don't have to carry, or as New Yorkers say, schlep them all day. And it only costs $69 a person, $49 per child for this really unique event of visiting the holiday markets in the city. And we run nightly tours between Thanksgiving and December 30th, visiting the holiday lights in the city. Department store windows like Macy's and Lord & Taylor, huge Christmas tree at Lincoln Center, and maybe Grand Central Terminal. This is a deluxe motor coach tour that sells out almost every night at $55 a person. As we discussed earlier, when going over Broadway, we can also secure tickets to the Christmas Spectacular at Radio City starring the Rockettes. Your clients can join the Rockettes, Santa Claus, and the Toy Soldiers for a celebration that's more than 75 years in the making. Radio City Music Hall really creates a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it redefines the word spectacular from the moment your guests arrive. The famous theater is quite literally transformed into a magical canvas surrounding you with Christmas spirit. Now, for years, I know your clients, and you probably as well, have seen the famous rink, the ice skating rink at Rockefeller Center, on just about every TV show and movie that takes place in New York City over the holiday and winter season. So how special do you think you would make your clients feel if, when they are in New York for the winter holiday season, if you could arrange for them to start the morning off with a delicious breakfast looking out onto the famous rink at Rockefeller Center as people skate by on the rink? Better yet, how special would your clients feel if after breakfast you arranged for them to actually skate on the famous rink? Well, guess what? With NYCVP, you can now make that happen. It truly is a special feeling. Skating on the rink that so many people signify with the holiday and winter season in New York City. It's a special. It really is special. We took our staff into the city last winter, and we had breakfast at Rock Center Cafe on a Sunday morning, and then we all had the chance to skate on the rink, and everybody really loved it. In fact, on the picture that you're seeing on the screen right now, on the right side, the picture on the right, are two of our staff members. William is on the right, and Bethany's on William's on the left, excuse me, and Bethany on the right, skating on the rink. They had just such a great time. I kind of stayed behind and took the pictures. I wasn't about to get out there and skate. I'm not a skater. Well, is someone ready to ask a question about New Year's Eve in New York City, perhaps? Well, it's another reason for us to have a party. So what a surprise. Now, if you don't know what New Year's Eve in New York City in Times Square is like, imagine this. Imagine being jam-packed in an elevator for 8 hours. No seats, no bathrooms, no way to get out. That's what it's like on the streets in Times Square. Over 1 million people are jammed into corrals for hours and hours, from 42nd Street up to 59th Street on both Broadway and 7th Avenue. And there are no facilities, no food, no way to leave and come back. So if you wonder why everyone looks so happy on TV when the ball drops at midnight, it's because now they're all free to go to the bathroom. We want your clients to see the famous ball drop, and I'm sure you and us too don't want to subject them to that torture. So, hey, we have a party. High above all the madness of over 1 million people lining the streets, our party is 22 and 23 stories high, right at ball level, with a view of the Times Square ball drop and the Central Park fireworks. The party starts at 8 o'clock and it includes an open bar for the entire evening, a buffet dinner, a DJ for dancing, a roving magician, and lots of fun for adults and kids too. The event has also been the scene for several marriage proposals. Again, we provide guests with NYPD approved credentials so they can get into the Times Square area without any hassles and get to our event. We do work closely with the Police Department's Special Events Division to make sure the street patrolmen are aware of our events and the credentials that our guests will be carrying. Now, the price for our party starts at $7.99 when you book hotel accommodations with us, and it's quite a bargain considering similar events in Times Square are easily twice the price. One very popular famous hotel in the heart of Times Square, their party, the price for having a similar view as ours was well over $3,000 a person. Ours at $7.99. It's a bargain. And of course, whether you book your clients at our party with hotel accommodations or without, of course, it's commissionable. Our host hotel, by the way, for the party is the Sheraton New York Times Square, which is right across the street from the party venue. We have a large block of rooms there at incredibly reasonable prices. Now, I know some of your clients are already thinking ahead and thinking about next year and thinking about perhaps New York City around the 4th of July. And we actually do have our big 4th of July celebration on sale already for next year. And it's a wonderful day, a full family day in the city. It starts off with a barbecue, traditional family picnic overlooking Broadway, followed by a motor coach sightseeing tour of Manhattan. And then we take your clients to the pier where we board the World Yacht Duchess for a premium New York City dinner cruise. They'll enjoy a delicious dinner buffet, an open bar, and of course, amazing views of the Macy's fireworks spectacular. This truly is a special day and evening. Your clients will start July 4th with an old-fashioned family picnic, but done in a New York way on an outdoor terrace high above Times Square at the Novotel New York Hotel. It's called our Barbecue Over Broadway, and it includes a typical holiday cookout of burgers and dogs, complete with all the fixings, steak and ribs, salads and dessert. The food is really fantastic, and it's a great way for your clients to start a full day of activities, because after the buffet, your clients will go on a scenic, historic sightseeing motor coach tour of Manhattan. They'll get to see some of the iconic landmarks of the city, and of course it's escorted and narrated by our own professional New York City tour guides. And then the tour will end at Pier 81 for the buffet dinner cruise above the World Yacht Duchess. And what's great about this portion of the day is that it gives your clients an amazing daytime skyline view of Manhattan and Lower Manhattan from the water. Before the fireworks start, though, they'll get another great meal as they feast on a fantastic private buffet dinner to once again fill their stomachs so they can enjoy the open bar while they get to see the fireworks and enjoy all that the World Yacht Duchess provides, all while still getting amazing views of Manhattan from the water. Then around 9 p.m., your clients will get to see the Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular. It really is a fantastic sight to see and an amazing and memorable experience for your clients. And once the fireworks are done, we head back to Pier 81, and along the way get these amazing nighttime views of the skyline. And of course, get back to the pier where motor coaches await us to take us back into Midtown. It's truly a full escorted day of fun and memories that your clients will always remember, and of course talk to their friends about. And there's no better marketing than word of mouth from returning happy clients. Wow. Talk about a lot of fun for your clients, all of course while making commission on all these great holiday events. I do want to take a moment of your time here to tell you about some technology changes that we're making at NYCVP. In early November, we'll be unveiling a new website booking engine for you. We're also installing a new back office reservation system for our FIT call center. But our new NYC Trip Quote will provide you with a cleaner, more descriptive display so you can provide your clients with up-to-date pricing and details of all that New York City has to offer. We're kind of excited about our modernization, and we'll provide you with more details as they develop. Just remember, though, for FITs or for groups, our vacation packages are customized for each client's needs. We do have vacation options available for arrival any day of the year, for any length of stay, and hotel-inclusive packages feature those amazing bonus submissions, and of course, everything is commissionable to you. So for more information, of course, remember NYC Trip. It's our phone number at 877-NYC-TRIP, and it's our web address at nyctrip.com. There's a huge amount of information about NYCVP, about New York City, about hotels, Broadway shows, sightseeing, and of course our famous holiday events. And you can order our latest brochures as well, or you can even download a copy right from our website. So now, Sandy, as my voice is fading off a little bit here, if there are any more questions, I would be happy to try and answer them.
Okay, thank you so much, Joel. Folks, as I told Joel before the webinar started, I am a former New Yorker, born and raised in New York, and all of these packages look incredible to me. I want to go and do them. These are things that you don't always get to do all the time when you grow up in New York. Okay, so we do have several questions. One of them, you mentioned air. You're available to get air. Are the rates competitive, and does it matter how early you book the air?
We use published air. We do not have contracted air with any carrier. We can book air. We pay you 5% commission on the air, but there are service fees associated with the air. If you have the ability to book either through a GDS, through your host, or any way whatsoever, you go ahead and do it. If not, we would be happy to do it too with you as well. We pay you 5% commission, but there are service fees involved.
Okay, great, thank you. One of our agents wants to know, do the Christmas markets only operate on certain days?
The Christmas markets actually operate every day. Our Christmas market shopping tour only operates on certain days. I don't know the days offhand. It's probably something I should know, but I would probably just go on our website at nyctrip.com and look up the holiday market shopping to Christmas market shopping tour and find out the dates there.
Okay, great. And as I ask the next question, Joel, just take a gander at the chat box in the lower right-hand corner there. The next question is the following. Is there a optimum age group that our agent should target for the New Year's Eve at Times Square event?
Yes, I wouldn't put anybody under the age of 1 or over the age of 100, but anyone in between. And I'm telling you, we've had kids in strollers. We've had dogs in strollers. I mean, people have brought their animals. We've had people older than me. We've had every age range at our New Year's Eve party, and 6 continents represented. The only continent that is never represented is Antarctica, but just about every New Year's Eve party, we have a full age range, and we have people from all over the world at our event. It's just an incredible party.
Okay, excellent. We have a few agents asking if you could repeat the price of both the New Year's Eve party and the 4th of July options.
Yeah, the 4th of July, I don't know offhand. The New Year's Eve party starts at $7.99. When I say starts at $7.99, that is the price if we do hotel booking, hotel stay for your clients. If we don't do a hotel stay, the price increases. Yeah, I don't even know the increased price. I think it's $9.19. So it's $7.99 plus a hotel stay, or $9.19 without a hotel stay. But either way, it's commissionable.
And speaking of commissions, our agents want to know, what is the commission amount, and do you pay commission to Canadian agents as well?
We love Canadian agents. Of course we pay commission. Sure. The commission is basically 10%. There are overrides available based on production. But I'll give you a rundown because there are some slight discrepancies here, or differences. 10% commission on hotel, sightseeing, ground transportation. As I mentioned earlier, air and rail is 5%, and our special events are 10%. The only difference is on Broadway tickets and some special events like concerts, the commission is 10% of the face value of the ticket. So, but it amounts to roughly 10%, or maybe a shade under that. And I know some of the our Canadian travel friends are going to ask us, well, is the price in Canadian dollars or US dollars? Everything that we quote is in US dollars. And I know that would be a little bit higher for when it's converted to Canadian dollars. But the benefit of that, too, is that you're paid commission in US dollars as well.
Oh, excellent. Okay. One of our agents wants to know if you provide customized websites for our agents to use to sell these packages.
That's a tricky question. Up until a couple months ago, I would have said, oh yeah, absolutely. But because of the technology changes that we're making now, we're kind of suspending that part of our program that will be available at some point in 2019. It is not going to be available beginning in November, however.
Okay.
Sad to say.
And we have one last question. I want to tell our agents, if we didn't get to your question or if you think of something after the webinar is over, Joel has provided lots of contact information for you on this last slide. So jot down the phone number and the website and email and everything that he's got on there. And of course, you can get more information by following him on Twitter and take a look at their Facebook page. One of our agents wants you to repeat whether the Thanksgiving parade has seats outside at street level that are blocked by you.
That's a very interesting question. No. The simple answer is no. We do not have seating outside. Those seats that you see on TV are seats in bleachers that are reserved strictly 100% for Macy's employees. They are not available to the general public. Our events, our outdoor events include a private penned-in private viewing area, but it is standing room. Our indoor events, some of them you can be seated and see the parade. Most of them you'd still want to stand and look out the windows as well, but there is no outdoor seating. That is strictly reserved for Macy's employees and is not available to the general public.
Okay, great. I'm going to sneak another couple of questions in here because they're really good ones. Are there tours that would take you to Freedom Tower?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. We run our own, actually. We run two tours that include a visit to the 9/11 memorial, actually, and the #1 World Trade Center, which is commonly called the Freedom Tower. We do a WTC Memorial Tour, which is a walking tour. It's actually a subway walking tour. It starts in Midtown Manhattan, and our tour guide meets you there and takes your guests by subway down to the 9/11 memorial and walks around the area, the periphery of #1 World Trade and the Oculus, and then down into the financial district as well, the St. Paul's Church, Trinity Church, Wall Street, in that area. And then our second tour is very similar to that. We call it our Freedom Comprehensive Tour. It is exactly the same as the WTC Memorial Tour, with the added benefit of going over to the Statue of Liberty as well and getting a ticket for an inside visit to the Statue of Liberty and the museum. So they are the two tours that we operate that do include a visit to the 9/11 Memorial and the 9/11 Memorial and the periphery of #1 World Trade Center or the Freedom Tower.
And do these tours go all year round?
Yes, they do go all year round. In the wintertime, they're not daily. They operate for the most part Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and or Monday. But during the prime tourist seasons in the summer and the fall, they operate daily. Okay,
great. And last question, do you have media images that you can allow our agents to use on their website or newsletter to promote your packages?
We do, but you would have to email your request to us. And I would suggest you use the email address sales@nyctrip.com. You would have to email your request. You cannot pull them off our website. Some of the photos that appear on our website, as well as appearing in this presentation, are copyrighted images that we are not allowed to pass on. But if you email us your request, we'll be able to send you images to use to promote us, absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. So that does it for the questions. And now, Joel, I think it's time for the prize giveaway. You have generously provided a $50 American Express gift card. And here's the way it's going to work. Joel is going to ask a question, and I'll take the third correct answer I see come across my screen. Please wait for Joel to finish answering his question. I'm not going to count any answers that come in before he finishes asking the question.
Okay, I will do that. Just like on Jeopardy, you can't buzz in until the question's finished. So I'll do my favorite, my Alex Trebek impression, but you do not have to answer in the form of a question. Anyway, here's the question. What famous toy store, which declared bankruptcy 3 years ago, is reopening in Rockefeller Center this fall? And Sandy, let me know if I have to repeat the question. Have we gotten an answer?
Sorry, I muted myself by mistake. I'm so sorry. Uh, my goodness, I had a little panic attack there. Where is everybody? Where'd you go? We did the correct answer is FAO Schwartz, and our winner is Jocelyn Martins. So she was the third correct answer I saw come across my screen. So congratulations to Jocelyn Martins. We'll be sending your name to Joel, and he will get in touch with you about how to redeem your $50 gift card. Joel, this has been absolutely fantastic. I loved everything that I saw. I think those packages that you have, and I know there are more that you haven't demonstrated here, but what a great way to have our clients see New York and do everything they've always wanted to do and make commission on it. I mean, what could be bad with that? So thank you so much. Our host today has been NYCVP, New York City Vacation Packages, and our wonderful speaker has been Joel Cohn, Vice President. Joel, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Sandy, and thank you, everyone, for paying attention and for making me feel good this afternoon. I really appreciate it.
And I want to add my thanks to all of our agents who attended today. We really appreciated it. And we hope to see you next time. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everybody.